MaJaMa Jams is brought to you by. We're really hoping he outgrows it.
MaJaMa. MaJaMa. MaJaMa.
You don't see that in downtown Pittsburgh, do you, Mr. Wallenbeck?
Welcome back, everyone, to MaJaMa Jams, a show where we discuss other people's work to avoid doing our own. And welcome back to our paper-strewn couch, everyone. If you haven't done so already, make sure you click like, subscribe, so you're notified, ding, 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 when these things go off each and every Thursday. And leave a comment right now before the episode has started.
Oh, I'm almost done.
What is going to happen? Anticipatory emoji. Guys, it is still in the middle of October, but I am disappointed to tell you that today's entry is not really spooktacular. In fact, it's interesting-tacular.
Is scary on paper.
Scary on paper. Much like a punchline that I wasn't fast enough to come up with. So, Matteo Molinari will occasionally, and by occasionally I mean every 5 seconds of existence of our friendship for the past almost 20 years, lay something in my lap that I have never heard of before, and usually it's his dick. So today, guys, honestly, this movie was not good, but it's one of those times where I'm interested in its existence.
We're not, no one is, just, let's go.
Why's that?
Have a good night, guys. Guess what it was? Say in the comments.
Yes.
Doop, 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 again, just rolling gag.
This is different.
We haven't said the title yet.
You haven't said it.
I haven't said the title yet. It is 2005's A Sound of Thunder, which is what I say when I let one rip and I'm too embarrassed to admit it.
It sounds like a weird coming-of-age dramedy, kids escaping the farm or something.
It's the because it threw you off. You thought it was Sound of Thunder, then you said, wait, A Sound of Thunder?
Yeah.
But hey, Matthew,
No.
What's The Sound of Thunder about? In the year 2055, when time travel is a normal thing, greedy entrepreneur Charles Hutton makes a bundle with his company, which allows millionaires to travel back to prehistory to hunt and kill dinosaurs. Despite strict rules to not alter the present, one of the hunters steps on a butterfly and creates a catastrophic ripple through time. Can Dr. Ryan go back in time and prevent that mistake to be made? Or at least can he go back in time and prevent this movie from being made? So you may be asking yourself exactly what kind of product we have going here. Now, going into this, I was a little uncertain. A while back, we did Assassin 338080D, which was a movie about Muslim extremists going back to kill Jesus.
Jesus is a prophet. We should honor him.
Yes, and that's what we will be doing. When he died, his disciples created the resurrection myth, which gave birth to Christianity. We can correct that.
But if we kill him, we'll all be cursed.
Just the opposite.
Are you serious?
And when Matteo first pitched it,
here.
I thought it was going to be a grimy, like low-budget, lo-fi 70s romp in like a zesty Mel Brooks underground spirit.
Zesty.
And in fact, it was a modern Christian production company, and that completely threw me off. So similarly here,
No, I'm sorry.
That's what it was?
Matteo added the pitch line, which told us everything we needed to know, that this was made by the people that did Battlefield Earth.
Do you want lunch?
You either know or you don't. If you don't know what Battlefield Earth is, I want you to go to the episode list on here and watch our episode, because it's honestly one of the best. I lose my shit for like 20 minutes.
This is not the time for panic.
But today's movie, based on some godly source material, Matteo, the legend himself, Ray Bradbury, who hated overcooked Thanksgiving turkey so much he wrote the cautionary tale Fahrenheit 451 about what you shouldn't set your oven to. That man, god of the science fiction short stories, has written this source material by the same name, The Sound of Thunder, I believe it said.
so, yes.
I believe so.
A
Sound of Thunder.
A
We have Edward Burns, which, while Matthew had to ask who he is, we haven't seen him in a while. He's of a certain ilk, of a classy
Was
type.
that a
Like,
character?
you might see him in a Maxim magazine, a fisherman's sweater like Chris Evans wore in Knives Out, and he'd be like leaning like this, and he'd be like, acting takes passion. Ed Burns, Okie Gin. You know, that type of guy.
Okay, gin.
Yeah, he'd be selling like gin.
Okay, gin. The gin's okay.
Like an OG Ryan Reynolds, but without the.
I don't want to pay too much for this gin.
And the fun part is that his role was supposed to be played by Pierce Brosnan.
He's like 70 now.
Well, back then.
Oh.
25 years, 20 years. Well, I think that they shot it in 22.
So.
I mean, 2002.
So what?
Here's why this is so interesting. Mateo, this was going to be, this was theatrical release.
Mm-hmm.
So this was treated as an actual movie, an actual cinematic fare.
You were supposed to use your legs to move into a theater, pay a ticket, and watch this.
With your eyes?
Yes, closed.
Oh, okay. That would probably make it.
There is no middle ground.
So, what we have here is probably perfectly encapsulated by saying it is the dirty, filthy, stumbling, cross-eyed love child of a made-for-TV sci-fi movie and a pretty decent, actually theatrically released thriller. Now,
For the time.
we have some scenes of jaw-dropping bad CGI that, no joke, legitimate description, not trying to be funny, look like computer graphics from a late 90s Doom game.
All the creatures look like Doom
But
character.
when we're not, it is very special effects heavy, but when we're not, it doesn't look terrible.
Well, when we're inside.
Yes.
God,
we do
get
have,
away from the traffic.
What were you going to say just now?
I don't know. I was wondering. I know we're sure about what we're doing.
When they're
You're
outside,
not helping.
it looks like the Amazing Bulk.
Yeah.
Bet you can't catch me.
And at first I'm like, oh, they did a pretty good job with future cars. They're not flying. They seem more boxy.
Yeah.
They almost look like a Tesla. Yeah,
especially because it's 2055. It's not incredibly in the future.
But the graphics are so bad.
Yes.
The green screen is so apparent.
well, this is 2005, so my main wonder throughout was, is this a case of now looking at it with the present eyes, or is this a case of they couldn't afford it at the time? Like,
No,
what
they
would this look like to 2005 eyes?
You
Terrible?
Say,
Also
yes,
still
because you
terrible?
were saying, hey, 12 years ago you gave us Jurassic Park.
Man, Jurassic Park just screws up everyone's thing. You could be like, well, it was the net. Look at Jurassic Park. Although that scene with the Gallimimuses looks a little janky.
Wow.
I'm just saying that because it's so otherwise godly. You just have to point that out.
You have to?
You have to, because it's just otherwise it's an anomaly. It's insane. Spielberg.
Sorry, Steven.
So, we have Eddie Burns in the lead, doing the best he can.
I have a good feeling about this jump.
I will say that in the beginning of this, when we are going on the missions with the rich guys, it's fun. You know, you see the cheesiness, but again, more than what's to come, at least. When we were doing the time jump and going on the missions with the guys, I at least was like, this is fun enough. I was actually almost, in spite of myself, like, I can be with this. It doesn't have...
I mean, it's just incredibly lame because their whole thing is like, don't mess with the past, obviously. Don't step on anything, don't kill anything, don't crush anything. So there's this little time portal, like a portal, that opens up and this little bridge comes out, which is made of time...
Particles or something.
So they don't touch anything. They don't walk directly onto the land. So the entire time they're there on the hunting party, they just have to walk on this predetermined little pathway, like you're going on a little hike through a forest preserve. And it's just boring and lame, and you're stuck in this tiny little spot. There's a giant allosaur, I think, that's charging towards them, and for some reason just stops when it gets inches away from them. And then they're each shining flashlights at it, and it's running towards either side.
Well,
and no one seems scared or surprised, or they're just staying there stationary.
To be fair...
Don't be! With this?
To be fair... There's a little bit of it, again, I don't know how much it's changed from Ray's original story, but the idea is that allosaur
Who's Ray?
That allosaur was meant to die in the muck. They are going at this specific time because if they kill it within seconds of its death anyway, they won't alter the future. Now again,
That's
Mateo,
stupid
would I
logic.
be giving
a fraction of a second could change
Would
the
I be
outcomes
giving credit to this if I hadn't heard the name Ray Bradbury? I don't know. But I do think, I don't know how much of it is his, but I think that's at least, hey, there's creativity being shown. I think that it very much crumbles, and I think it gets to the point where it's like, dude, just please end. But what is he doing? Well, let me ask you, how... I'm perhaps pushing aside how bad it was because I'm intrigued. Dude, I've never seen a movie that walks the line like this. Like, it's weird enough that you get Edward Burns and Ben Kingsley with hair.
It's Ben Kingsley with hair.
But then it's like, you are kind of a movie and kind of garbage.
This shouldn't have been as bad as it is, and I mean that not even just like, oh, it could have been done better, the concept is good. It's like, you give us plenty of creature action. There's a lot of dinosaurs, there's a lot of...
that's true. It's good to point out. That's fair.
Baboon, mutant bats, bat creatures. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of action.
Yeah.
Why is it so lame and boring? My God.
We now return to
MaJaMa.
I think that, well, so supposedly, and it isn't, by all means, is not a justification or why it was so boring, but
Don't you start, Matteo.
it was supposed to be Pierce Brosnan vehicle directed by Rennie Harlin, who did the Blue Sea. He also did The Covenant.
Harry Potter can kiss my
Whatever. Then there was a writer strike. Brosnan wanted rewrites. They didn't have the time to do it. Whatever. Eventually, Rennie Harlin exited. Pierce Brosnan exited, and he went to Peter Hyams. He's a very fine director and director of photography, and he did The Relic, which I really like.
Johnson, Davis. That you?
He did Running Scared.
4763. Pursuit has left the interstate. Now we're on the L.
He did The Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van
What a
Damme.
resume.
Yeah. And he did this. And then there was the dreaded franchise films that kept on. Apparently, the budget was supposed to be $55 million, then 80, then again 55, then 30, then whatever. And
Let me see what I got in my pocket really
yes. Quick. Move the cushion of the couch.
All right, we
and see
started
what-
off. We started off with an offer $80 million, and now I'm thinking,
Yeah, who bid
buck
less?
37.
Who bid less? Less.
They pay, you study, I get rich. Is this a great country or what?
And the special effects, let's say, call them like that. Yes, were done in different places. They were done in India, I think in Brazil or something. So there is also not much of a congealed style to all of that. And so this is the result, which they put it in on January in the theaters. So maybe people won't notice it. It's.
I mean, I guess these effects weren't terrible for the. I mean, they're terrible.
No, he was saying they were.
But like, if you think about, this was around the time of Freddy versus Jason.
2003, yeah, 2005.
And I'm thinking about the Freddy as the caterpillar. Like, it's not terrible and it's cartoonish enough where you kind of let it pass, and it's.
Well, you make a great point with CGI that I feel like goes a long way, is that if you're trying to be completely realistic, for example, Cocaine Bear, studio money, and it looks great, but it's also like you're going for so realistic.
What do you think of the effects?
That it's like...
It looks great.
The tone of your voice is what threw me off there, because the adjective you chose...
It's true.
No, but like, so the Cocaine Bear thing is a great, you got
Put it down on paper, it'll sell.
Studio money, but it still looks like, because it's just a bear, it's like that. But Matthew makes a good point, the Sharktopus effect. If you go a little cartoony, then almost those flaws are your pluses. If it's a little goofy cartoon thing, the fakeness.
The movie's all flaws, so we should be doing great, guys.
We don't have that here, except with the baboon bats. There's a little bit.
But you don't even use them. They're just baboons hanging upside down, so you assume they're bats.
Yeah.
And then there's a dude who's hiding in the locker and decides to leave once everyone walks away, even though they're all like, "Hey, come on, come with us, man. You don't want to stay out here."
Look, there's still time, but we've got to hurry.
And then they just drop from the ceiling, and they're just baboons around him.
Yeah.
And then we don't see what
But they're big baboons.
What happened?
And for some reason, they are impenetrable to bullets except for the throat.
Except for the red asses.
These are big baboons and you're gonna die.
Wait, how did
Ed Burns? No,
Ben Kingsley die?
he doesn't.
Remember?
He
They
just
come
like
back, they fix the loop.
They fix the
Yeah,
loop.
but doesn't he die at some point in the when the?
No.
Why not? Isn't he the big villain?
If I go down, I'm not going down alone.
Not really.
He's the rich guy.
Yeah, that's the villain.
Yeah.
Shouldn't he have died?
Probably.
I thought I missed it, but like
they remove his wig.
Yeah. He just shrivels up.
It is, I think, again, also the impressions you have. When I read this, I did not think it was this kind of movie. And it's
You read the
still
book?
weird this was released theatrically.
Yes, that is very weird.
I like the concept of these, the classic douchey safari businessmen wanting to kill.
Let's not give them credit because that was Ray Bradbury, who died 100, 200 years ago.
Yeah.
Who died when he saw this come out.
Now, the basic is, and of course, Bradbury had the idea before that, but is Boa versus Python.
Wow, I was just thinking it
You
looks
get
just...
rich people in the impossible hunt or the hunt of a lifetime. In this case, is with dinosaurs, which for some reason they knew exactly when one of those dinosaurs was about to die.
Okay, I have a question. Let's say that this movie was exactly the same, except...
No, I don't want to play that game.
Except all the special effects were top-notch to the point where it felt like when you were watching the T-Rex Mateo in '93. Absolute top-of-the-line kick-ass. But the movie itself is exactly the same. It wouldn't be bad, right? Like, it would still... No, not problemless and not without the...
No,
the jumble, but you know what I mean? Like,
it might just
like
still
you
feel,
say...
It might still... Jesus. It might just still... Jesus! It might just still feel hollow.
But my point is that he makes a good point that my biggest
I didn't say
complaint,
anything.
speaking of the sci-fi movies, there's a lot of creature action. You don't,
Yeah,
they dole out a good amount. So I'm wondering, for instance, that baboon bat scene, dude, if those things look amazing, like a James Cameron movie, just a great technology on point, and they look terrifying. Yes, the movie still might seem a little jumbled, but doesn't it kind of get a little zip? Because again, that's fast. They do give you a lot of the creatures. They don't skimp with that.
Yeah, no.
There's underwater subway serpent creature.
Yes,
things,
yeah, that's
cool.
true. You get a variety, kind of like a Skull Island type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that
a lot of talking, a lot of exposition.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of exposition.
There is the first opening sequence.
When they walk out into the garbage street,
and
it's
then
like 20 minutes of straight blah 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 blah.
And then
blah,
there
blah.
is this endless exposition. That's really too much. This is just like a truckload of information that is almost as long as the pre-part. And I understand that the opening part, you say, oh, okay, there are dinosaurs, there's some kind of action and everything. But then you just hit the brakes and you stay there. Okay, tell me something or do something.
Yeah. Show me.
Yes. Is the tell don't show, as I think.
Tell me now.
Not gonna happen.
We get the archetype, not as played out, but the two gentlemen from Hostel 2, where one of them is gung-ho to go into the killing and the other one's nervous.
Oh.
We get the classic intro, like here's just set up what it is. We get this one adventure with the initial group.
We get it 3 times, luckily.
Then we get the 2 guys that are going to be our main ones throughout who actually trip up the system. And we did a little looking, and one of them, which I instantly recognized, is Bodyguard Clay from Hellboy, beloved role. That's where I recognize him from. But I kind of, again, that was an element I kind of liked. You have the 2 of these guys. One of them's a little more gung-ho and jerky. The other one's frightened. You're going into the world with them.
Yeah,
their element, like I said, I would like to point out, because it got so horrifically pleased and boring at the end, the beginning time jump missions, I was again, almost in spite of myself, like I'm kind of with this. I'm kind of having fun.
The
with
whole
it.
movie has all the ingredients and all the elements and the actors because.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ed Burns is pretty good for what he's given with here.
Yeah,
Man, you are obsessed with Edward Burns.
I just haven't seen him in a while. He kind of went away.
well, he got
Killed?
Burns.
Did he really?
No,
Can you imagine?
yes.
Everyone in the hospital is like, who gets to say it? Who gets to say it? Mr.
He
Burns?
he also directs. Everything.
Oh, no, yeah, because that,
Right.
you remember, it's probably not fresh in your
Back
mind,
off
but
now.
on Entourage, Johnny Drama got a job on an Edward Burns show he was directing.
Hello? Johnny Drama, Eddie Burns.
Eddie?
Yeah, hey, look, I've been trying to get your number for over an hour, but nobody's picking up the phone at your agency.
That was 20 years ago.
It was.
So this movie.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yes,
it's an interesting beast. If it was just sci-fi movie crappy, it of course would not be interesting. And if it was actually, funnily enough, it was competent, it may just be a forgettable thriller. It's kind of more interesting in this weird gray area where it's like, it's almost like a drunken man. It's like, hey man, on this side of the line is complete incompetence. On this side of the line is competence. Let's get this drunken guy to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. No, he's wandering again. We're veering back in.
I think that eventually it got down to the production company that starts to cut funds here and there and everything.
Who the hell's franchise?
It was this apparently gigantic scam that they were inflating the budgets of their movies so they could deduct more taxes and get more refunds on something like that.
Franchise are the ones that did Battlefield?
Yeah.
And was that 2 years before this? No.
Yes, the Battlefield is 2000.
Man.
And you said this
These
was actually
two
shot
back to
back.
back.
This one was, I believe, is shot in 2002 and then released in 2005 or something like that.
So that's what I'm saying. That a good comparison, since that was their previous film. In Battlefield, you're just being assaulted the whole time by the cheap gobbledygook.
While you were still learning how to spell your name, I was being trained to conquer galaxies.
That is not this. We would get to the point, like I said, toward the end, I'm genuinely beating my head like, please end. But it was not the awful, what is this, dirty dreadlock Travolta, blow the dome slog of Battlefield Earth. And I don't, maybe this is just, like I said, the strength of the source material. Ray wrote a great story, so you can at least see the skeleton there. But I am damn near fascinated that it is not...
Battlefield Earth is another adaptation by a legendary writer as well.
Yes. L. Ron Hubbard.
You know?
So what's the deal? Has L. Ron, before he became the douche that made Scientology, has he written legitimately good science fiction stories?
I've never read anything about him. But the only thing that I remember about him, it was him, Arthur C. Clarke, and I can't remember the third person. I never remember.
Scott Bale.
Probably. And they were saying it's impossible.
So we're going to rape Scott again?
No, they were saying it's impossible to create a new religion nowadays. And he said, oh yeah? Watch me. And Scientology was born.
If that's true, then I just have no words.
This is one of the legends that
that's compartmentalized. That we're not getting Jason started on that. But it was
because I don't want to.
It's
Scientology or the movie? What are we doing here? What are we doing, guys?
I don't know.
Get over it.
We now return to
MaJaMa.
It's just a very interesting. I had no idea this. That's another thing I should say. I had zero idea this existed.
Yeah, not
a shred of knowledge of its existence.
It's unknown. I mean,
it's unknown.
I knew it. I've known of it for when it came out.
The Rotten Tomatoes scores surprised me because
should be a little more fair, right?
Pretty low,
like a 40 maybe, like a 40-30.
I think if we put this on, like, oh hey, Sci-Fi's got a new movie, let's TiVo it and watch it back in the day. And be like, oh god, okay, compared to what we've been watching from them.
Yeah.
That's another way of what I'm saying is that if this was strictly a Sci-Fi Channel movie, you'd be like you said, wow, you guys stepped it up. It's not great, but there's more of an element here. And yet because it's not
good, but you almost fooled me.
It was elaborate, expensive, authentic, and a fantasy. It was controlled. The outcome never in doubt. Not for a moment.
If it's not, you're like, well, this is like, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm fascinated by the drunken walk back and forth.
And it's fascinating. There are
30 million?
Two of the, I think so. Two of the things that
Piss you off?
hit me. No, it's just that I found weird. But first of all, there is one scene at the beginning which makes me question how did they shot it, because Ben Kingsley says,
Gentlemen and lady.
and there are at least 3 women.
Yeah. One's a
And-
waitress, so you shouldn't really be acknowledging.
Yeah, okay.
her.
Well,
And then the next
there's another
character
woman
says,
at
keep
the
that
door.
lock
Customers.
safe.
Yes, and I wonder if they shot him without anybody in front. It's
I mean, there was
strange.
a lot of green screen. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
possible.
And the other thing that it shows you that there is not really, or at least part of that, they were saying, oh, let's do like this because it's easier without thinking about it. There's a sequence where they are assaulted on a high-rise apartment by ants, I guess, mutated ants, a very aggressive, whatever, crawling insect or whatever. And so they decide to blow up the apartment and jump off of the balcony.
When like 20 floors up,
Yes.
if not more.
Just like in Battlefield Earth, the dude's ankles.
Yes. But they have no idea that there is a tree that sprung out of
Yeah,
the,
like you literally,
so-
you might as well stay in the apartment and blow up.
yeah, because they technically they jump since the word is evolving because of somebody step on a butterfly, and so every now and again there are waves that bring new changes.
Why is there a tree in my living room now?
Yes.
Someone stepped on a butterfly.
Yeah. And so that's one of those things that you say, really, that you didn't even think about. Oh, there is a tree underneath it.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh, look at this. This tree was never here before. It's extraordinary.
even Karen Allen in Crystal Skull, she looks down when she's driving. She sees the tree in the middle of the cliff, and so she jumps with the car. At least she knew that.
We're using Crystal Skull as a defense.
Okay, even Rambo, when he's fired from the chopper, he sees a tree and he jumps on the tree. Okay, that's better.
Spielberg announced that he's making Mutt and the Monkeys. It's going to be a solo adventure where Shia LaBeouf has been abandoned by Indians.
For 2 hours,
He's-
and the monkeys are teaching him to throw feces.
He's living in the jungle with them, and they're teaching them this way. It's just 2 hours of Shia LaBeouf naked in the jungle, surrounded by CGI monkeys. Yes,
So,
please.
just go with that.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I'd watch it.
Yes. I would, especially directed by Spielberg.
So it looks like that there were at a certain point that there was nobody at the helm, or they were just like doing let's finish it, let's do this. Okay, that's fine. They jump on the balcony because they know, or something. So it's weird.
Yeah. Did this company make movies after this?
No, I think that it went downhill from Battlefield Earth, and this one was still in the pipeline or something. So
Don't worry, guys. We'll ride the inevitable success of Battlefield Earth into the wave directly of A Sound of Thunder. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well,
I
we left out a lot.
We don't always. It's.
But there's so much gobbledygook of just...
We didn't talk about the time waves or the
Time waves?
de-evolution or evolution or.
yeah.
I mean, what does it matter?
I know it.
He goes back in time and stops the guy from stepping on a butterfly, and for some reason the guy screams. Why?
It's not clear.
I thought it would be something if he's like, wait, that's you and that's you? Oh, and then he screams because he's seeing it,
Yeah.
two versions of himself, but he doesn't see the other guy. He's tucked away on the side because they're telling him, the Allosaur's here, run, we'll take care of it. The whole thing just feels like you're on a moving sidewalk at like a Disney theme park, and it's like really cheap animatronics.
Yes.
Like, confined to this little pathway. It's so
Yes,
like
that's
lame.
what it is. It's that you're welcome. In the 1950s,
Yeah.
Americans thought that the future would be like this. Vibrant
Tomorrowland.
flying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
And you don't even get to shoot until the main guy shoots.
Yes.
On your hunting trip.
Now remember, your weapons won't fire until mine does, so be patient.
There's only one Allosaur. He's standing right in front of you.
That.
I mean, I understand that it prevents people to just
Yes.
be trigger happy and kill everybody, but at the same time, you don't have a backup plan for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which it does happen, and they don't have it.
Hold it. Now! Jenny, take the shot!
So,
Wait a minute. Why is it called the Sound of Thunder?
Because it's...
yes, exactly because of that.
Does anyone have any idea?
Not a clue.
Well,
Let's express.
let's express our anger by destroying this room.
No.
This is odd because I'm genuinely fascinated by this movie. I did not enjoy it, but
I'm really fascinated by it too. 5.
I'm gonna do. I can't do a full 5. I'm doing 4.
Can't?
I'm too intrigued by the fact this half-breed, this daywalker of movies exists. Love child of shitty sci-fi original movies and kind of an interesting.
4.5.
Fair. All of us are fair, I feel like.
MaJaMa.
Have you seen A Sound of Thunder, Conrad? Have you? Conrad, have you seen it?
All of our fan.
Guys, I believe is next week Halloween. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yep.
Yeah, next week is Halloween. So, expect spooktacular things as we do. We may have a pumpkin placed here or something. Maybe Matthew come up with something fun.
Hey,
who knows?
Don't tell him there's going to be a pumpkin.
Who knows? You know, maybe there won't be. Tune in to find out. But from all of us here
I'll
on our
bring it back.
couch,
Maybe we'll have the Oreo pumpkin. I know there are Stranger Things themed
Oh, I saw that.
Oreos or something.
maybe between now and when these cameras shut off, we'll be viciously raped by those baboon bats who are waiting just outside.
You can't say viciously raped.
We'll be
I'm
viciously
getting like 20 views an episode.
played with.
Titillated.
Have a good one.
No, stop watching.
Stop watching. Start watching.
Stop watching.
Stop watching.
We always work.
They already have.
Like, yes.
MaJaMa.
Okay, follow me.